You never can tell what's going to happen, so you've always got to be thinking about what could happen.
Figured I could reach over, make the measurement, and I'd be done with the job. I knew better than to wear my gloves when I was operating a lathe. I knew better than to calibrate while the lathe was running. It was a stupid mistake, and it's one I'll be paying for the rest of my life.
Begin your workday every day with an attitude that I'm going to do the best possible job I can, but I'm going to do it in the safest manner I can.
First thing you have to do is look to see what might happen to you.
If you come on the job and halfway asleep, you're going to get hurt.
We should all stop and think before we do any job.
Overtime, Patrick. We're shutting down second shift starting tonight.
If I wouldn't have lost my temper, I wouldn't have lost these.
Safety and procedures must go hand in hand.
Well, a lot of them, I think, you get complacent in what you're doing. You get too comfortable with it, and sooner or later it will jump up and bite you.
I think we should work as a team and be safe as a team because our lives are in one another's hands.
This morning, when you came to work and opened your door, just because someone picked up a pencil, looked over some books, had a cup of hot coffee, did you think you were going to have an accident? No one plans on having an accident, least of all this pretty little thing. A door cause an accident? Well, you never know. It's a swinger. What can I say? Could such a little thing as a felt marker cause an accident? Or a red umbrella? Or a green umbrella? Well, filing cabinets aren't like doors. They don't swing at all. They're square. Just sit there and slide in and ouch! Which brings us to lifting. Now, chairs are harmless. They roll, they swivel, and they tilt. They swivel, they roll, and they tilt. Now, would anyone believe that a pencil could cause an accident? A sharp one. Accidents will happen. But like most advice, office safety isn't taken too seriously. Still, it would be nice if it were. You might call office safety common sense, thinking one step ahead, considering the consequence of your action. It can be a simple act, such as reading the label or instructions on the instrument you're using, such as this one. Do not use on electrical fires. Or, use the handrail. Or, caution, men at work.
Now, office safety isn't really a joke. Each year, thousands of people are injured and crippled and occasionally even killed in senseless accidents. Oh, it's true, statistically, that offices are relatively safe places in which to work. But accidents can and do happen, even there. And they happen in just the empty-headed, careless way that we've just seen. All right? So what do we do about it? Well, we can start by understanding that accidents occur when someone simply doesn't realize that their action or lack of action could prove hazardous. Well, we drop a pencil on the floor. We forget to pick it up, or maybe somebody else drops a pencil on the floor and we don't do anything about it. It seems so trivial. Well, that's what accident rates are made of. Trivial things. And you know, with just a little bit of extra effort, accidents could practically be eliminated. A moment to read signs and instructions. A moment to pick up loose objects. Or at best, 2 moments to report them. A moment's pause to avoid setting booby traps. This is really all it takes. A moment of your time and the exercise of your good judgment. No, you might start by reading your office safety booklet.
I'm the sous chef here. With any luck, I should be head chef by next year. I've got this amazing fiancé, who I won't be marrying this weekend, because I'm about to be in a terrible accident. But really, I should have cleaned up the grease over there, and they should never put the deep fryer so close.
Somebody help me!
I'm working overtime because I want to take my family on a nice vacation. Soon they get a call telling them I was killed in an accident. But hey, I'm wearing a busted harness here. And the company should have checked those tanks.
There's been an accident! Run, get some help! Soldier Standard! Call the ambulance!
Accident? There's no accident. The company should have replaced that ladder years ago. I knew I shouldn't have reached over like that. And why isn't there a strict policy about 2 people doing a job like this?
Hey, Jim! You take care of that skid? Yeah!
This was no accident. The company knows it's against code to store that much weight up there. I knew I should have been focused on what I was doing. And it's obvious the supervisor didn't report that broken shelf.
James was with our company for 10 years before this tragic accident.
Whoa. Accident? What are you talking about? Your company never fully trained me to deal with high voltage wires. And the way they were insulated, it was obvious someone wanted to get home in a hurry. What was I thinking? Not wearing all of my safety equipment.
All right, guys, listen up. Get over here. We've got to discuss some of this safety stuff. Come on, guys, that means you too. You have to participate in all training and induction. The law says so. I, the company, have to provide you with information, instruction, training and supervision to ensure everybody's safety. You guys are expected to follow all systems and procedures of work. But apart from that, we all have to be on the lookout for potential hazards. And when we see those potential hazards, we have to discuss them with each other and management so we can make this a safer work environment for all of us.
Ooh, impressive.
Yes, it is, Ricky. I've been reading my booklet. Have you been reading yours?
Yeah, of course that's right there in my car.
Well, how about you go get it? This is serious, Ricky. Just because I get paid 6 times more than you, eh? Big deal. No need to be antsy against me. Fellas, in a nutshell, the company has obligations under OH&S legislation. But you have obligations too.
Oh no, he's starting to talk about sharing the responsibility.
And look, it's up to everyone. Managers, supervisors, subcontractors, everyone has a role to play.
This guy's full of crap. Don't listen to him.
In ensuring this site...
He doesn't mean you two.
...is safe.
He means the other guys. I just love people like Ricky. They're always the big getters. They keep me in a job, really.
I pride myself on my personal health and safety record. There's never, not once, been an accident on any one of my jobs. One more year, fellas.
Not! I'm done!
And I'll be getting a certificate.
Yeah! I know that sound. He's gonna have a head like a true minty.
Hey, Ricky? Come on. Oh my God!
This familiar scene is any weekday morning, and what a sight it is. Bright, cheerful, well-rested office personnel arriving at work to pit their wits against the workaday world. Now, suppose we get down to business and talk about safety. You know, for some strange reason, people seem to consider office work as being free of any danger. What could happen to anyone working behind a nice, safe desk? What could happen? Typewriter bites girl. Here's an industrious-looking fellow with his mind on his work. Oh! Desk traps man. Now let's take filing cabinets. Harmless-looking things, aren't they? Yes, harmless-looking. But so is the rear end of a mule. Potentially, they are dangerous hazards. Kicking the drawer is the wrong method of closing it. May slide open again to trip some unsuspecting victim. See what I mean? This girl might have broken her leg. But this time she was lucky. Just a skinned shin. Of course, the real tragedy is that was her last pair of good stockings. Here are some suggestions about filing cabinets. Open only one drawer at a time. Unless you enjoy smashing your fingers, never grasp the file around the bottom, side, or top. See what I mean? Close it properly, then make sure it's locked. Now, you may be an architect, but don't build on top of a filing cabinet. Why? Oh, we'll show you why. You remember Miss Diffle. She's going to get that drawer open or else. Now, just a minute, Miss Diffle. Why go through those unladylike gyrations? Here cometh young Lochinvar to solveth all your problems. Now, watch his technique. That's right. Brace the feet, address the handles, pull hard. Well, that's one way. You might also remember that if the heavily loaded drawers had been at the bottom of the file, this would not have happened. Now we come to office machines. There's a decided tendency on the part of office workers to overlook the fact that mechanical hazards do exist. For example, the purpose of the paper cutter is to cut paper, not your fingers. Oh, now, why cut off the end of that lovely digit? Especially the one you point with. Thank you, sir. And, Dora, when working the paper punch, remember it was invented for paper, not fingers. Machines in motion are always dangerous. Keep your fingers clear. You should have stopped the machine before making the adjustment. But now that you've injured yourself, don't be a victim of homemade first aid methods. Go to the dispensary immediately. It will save you from dangers of infection, not to mention the loss of time and money. And now we come to desks. You know, a desk can be the safest place in the world. Of course, one should be a good housekeeper like this fellow. Loose pins and thumbtacks can prick your fingers unless kept where they belong. There's a place for everything, and everything should be in its place. Whoops! Of course, his place is in his chair, not on the floor. Very undignified. Yes, we'd be embarrassed, too. These things could very easily be avoided. Get acquainted with your chair, know its limits, and observe them. Uh-oh, what's this? I hope he remembers that chair. He didn't. You'll find all along the line that accidents usually result from thoughtlessness. If you have to reach for high objects by standing on boxes or ladders, always brace yourself with your hands. Now, don't be indignant. What would have happened if he hadn't been there? Now, here's careless Cliffy. No. That's not the place for a burning cigarette on the edge of a desk. You see why? Should be getting warm about now. Hope you'll make it. What's this? Uh-oh. Don't go barging into dark closets. Your friends will never believe your story. Here's a little lady busy as a bee. What's wrong with this picture? Just wait and see. She left a book on the windowsill. Look out below. Don't put anything on windowsills. Ah, she missed this time. Thank heaven. Here we have Joe, the fix-all guy. Defective electric cords, plugs, or switches are shock hazards. Never attempt to repair them yourself. Always call a maintenance man. Now, this is asking for rupture or strain. There's a right and a wrong way to do everything. Learn to lift properly. Keep the back straight. Lift with the arm and leg muscles. Don't put the strain on your back. Well, here's Miss Diffle again, up to her usual tricks. Now, that's pretty. Someone's going to trip over that telephone cord and take a nasty fall. And here he comes, Lochinvar, our human guinea pig. Hey, you weren't supposed to see that. No, you don't, Lockie. You're supposed to trip over that wire.
Oh, gee whiz, I'm all black and blue already. Do I have to?
I'm afraid you're it, Lockie. Now be a good fellow and give us a nice fall.
Well, all right.
Sorry you have to take a beating like this, Lockie, but maybe we can save hundreds of others by observing the danger lurking in telephone cords. Gertie is all through for the day, but she's in much too big a hurry. Haste makes waste and injured fingers. Thousands of persons are killed or injured every year by falling on stairs. This is the heavy foot type, better known as lumbering Louis. Not very soft, are they? And here is Fire Drill Freddy, late for a date. Too bad, he'll never make it now. This is Hurrying Harry. He doesn't look where he's going. He knows the stairs are there without seeing them. Uh-oh, my mistake. Somebody must have moved one. And here comes Killer Diffle, her victim right in front of her. Poor Lockie, looks like he's in for it again. Uh-oh, watch it. Lockie, that bike, it's going to clip you. Look out. He did. But she didn't. She finally became the victim of her own carelessness. Don't be a Diffle. Learn the rules of safe conduct and apply them. Yours is the safest job in the world, if you use your heads. It's up to you.